previously on the 8-Question Show.
Right. So how hard is it to own the rights of property, or like what to like? Is it a similar process saying that I want this land and all the rights to it, or is it another process to own rights on the land?
It depends how that sale is being conveyed.
Okay.
So first of all, to go back to what you said, that is a potential lawsuit for the brokerage, because the realtor, it was his job to do that due diligence and say, hey, look, when you purchase this property, just to let you know, you're only purchasing this.
Can't afford, that's why I'm front line, hand the sword. I do this all for myself, not the cash or no damn award. I need intelligence to craft my bars. I need the medicine that grows effervescent from the hands of God. I need inheritance to slash the odds, create a pipeline to the well while you grasp for straws. 8 questions, 8 questions, 8 questions, 8 questions, 8 questions, 8 questions, 8 questions.
Welcome back to the 8-Question Show, where we inject knowledge in your brains by asking the right questions. So, our friend Real Estate Pete is here, and the questions are only getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And now we're about to ask a question that personally I'm very curious about, because, you know, do you truly own your home? So, hey, Real Estate Pete, can your property be taken from you?
Yes.
Okay, so if I own my home, I've paid everything off, I'm like, I am done with this mortgage. I love my place. I'm in love with it. My property can still be taken away from me.
Yes.
Okay,
how
explain.
the hell can somebody take
Explain
our
that.
property?
Explain that for
Well,
me.
the easiest way is to have a lien of some sort on the property. A lien sounds exactly what it sounds like. Someone's leaning on you, saying, hey, look, you don't pay me, I'm going to take it.
Exactly.
So let's say you paid your house outright, paid for everything, but you still have to pay taxes.
Exactly.
If you decide not to pay taxes, or if you're against paying taxes, or if you don't have the money to pay those taxes, you will get a tax lien put on that property and they will take it.
Wow.
They will remove you from that property. There's also another way, eminent domain. This is when
I hate that word.
I know.
literally, and it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Happened locally.
Yes.
81. Yeah.
There you go.
Interstate 81.
Eminent domain is when the government says, we're taking it. And that's that. There's nothing you could do. Sometimes, or most of the times, especially in history, it's been looked at as predatory. You could purchase a home in an area, for whatever reason, and, you don't really know what's going on, or what big corporations are moving in, or what the state or the city plans to do with that property. And they'll be like, hey, look, we're going to build a highway right through your neighborhood, so we're going to need you to leave. And that happened in a lot of low income neighborhoods throughout history.
Wow.
The greater good of the people. That actually happened to a restaurant in New York City, Brian.
Really?
It was a steakhouse. It was there for 22 years. Family owned. Everybody came there. They wanted to tear it down because they were building a mall and they needed parking.
Oh my God.
And not only, of course, if he wasn't just his, because New York City, everything's connected to each other, but they took out a whole restaurant community to build a parking lot, and they used eminent domain. Right. Now I'm curious. I don't know if there's a way around this. Is there a way to protect your property from that? Like,
No.
that is
Eminent
crazy.
domain is signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing you could do.
The whole concept, this was in, I think, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, talking about what does real estate even mean? And it's a derivative, like, because you hear the word, like,
yeah.
real estate. You're like, oh yeah, whatever. It means houses. But like,
No.
think of the
No,
word.
Exactly.
Real was a derivative of the word royal. And they used to call it like the royal estate. It's like the country that you live in, the land is actually the country's land. And like Pete said, if you don't pay your taxes on it, they'll take it back. Easily take it. They'll put a lien on it. And did you say they'll kick you out? Like, I wonder how bad, this is probably more of an attorney question, but I wonder how bad it's got to get before they're like, I know you think you own this house, but Pete, get the hell out of here. You haven't paid your taxes.
It depends. It could be, like I said, that my ex-girlfriend didn't pay the mortgage or anything for 7 years. She had multiple liens on the house.
That's crazy.
And she had to, I don't know how she got away with it for that long, but she eventually had to pay up on everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you have to.
Oh, yeah.
Even in the community I live in, right? In the hideout, they have something called HOA fees. They're dues that you have to pay annually.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you live there without paying these dues? Absolutely. Because you still own the house.
Mm-hmm.
But once you stop paying those dues, they give you like a red sticker. Now you can't use the amenities in the community. As time goes on, those fees build up. And when you go to sell your house, there's a lien on it. And they'll take that money right from the proceeds of you selling your house.
I did not know that.
Even though you haven't been using the amenities?
Doesn't matter. They're owed that money since the home is located in
it's
that
an association,
correct.
Right?
You can I would definitely say reach out to an attorney regarding that. Like, that's another thing too. Let's get into that. Your real estate agent can help you.
Okay.
But there's certain things that you definitely need to reach out to an attorney for.
Okay.
That even if I know the answer, I'm technically not qualified to give it to you. Call a lawyer.
I see.
Like if your property is under eminent domain, don't call me.
Got it.
Do not call me.
I can't do nothing for you.
Yeah. All right. So what about instances of divorce? What about you get sued?
Uh-huh.
Tell us about that. Are those other situations?
Well, divorce is a big thing.
This podcast is brought to you by Believe Elite Athletic Training. Believe Elite has transformed the minds and bodies of thousands of athletes. The nutritional coaching, strength and conditioning training, and mental performance programs are now available online. Work with owner and head performance coach John Rand, aka Coach JR, my good friend, to attain your goals and be the 1%. Coach JR works with some of the best athletes in the world. He can help you too. All you have to do is believe it. Apply online for a free phone consultation today by clicking on the link in the description.
I know a guy who's in a situation right now where, he's in the process of breaking up with his significant other.
Mm-hmm.
One party wants to sell, the other doesn't. The other party can't force the other person to sell. They're both on the deed.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes a battle. You got to get an attorney involved and you got to apply pressure any way you can. Things get, again, are you ready to purchase this home? Let's say I'm purchasing it with, my girlfriend. I don't know how long we're going to be together, but I purchased this home. Next thing you know, we break up. I'm not paying a mortgage. Well, neither am I. All right, fine. Let it just go into foreclosure. Oh, well, then my credit's going to ruin. All right, so then pay it. No. Again, were you ready to buy that house? No. Divorce is a big thing. Death is also a big thing.
Oh man.
Now
State
let's say, right.
Sure.
Well, it gets real in depth, but let's just say dad passes, leaves the home in his will, or doesn't have a will. Now the state has to decide, who does this property go to, or whatever. It depends on the situation, but now this is where forensic files comes in.
100%.
Murder plots. You know what I mean? Like, things get real serious when it comes to this. And will there be a lien on the property? Potentially, if no one's paying for it.
Yeah.
Now we got to figure out what to do. Typically, they'll just say, just sell it and we'll split whatever money's left over after these taxes and mortgages, whatever is paid.
So
going back to the idea of valuing property, what does the state do with these houses that they kick you out of? Are you able to go in there and buy these properties from the state at discount prices?
Well, it's not the state that kicks you out. So it depends where the lien is coming from. If your home goes into foreclosure, it's because you didn't pay the mortgage. So you have a mortgage lien.
Okay.
So now the bank is just, all they're worried about is getting their money.
Exactly.
So it really depends what happens. But the state can't come in and kick you out unless, again, it's like an eminent domain situation.
Or like a tax lien.
Well, even or a tax lien.
Yeah. Okay. So with the tax lien though, let's say you own your house outright. And again, if this is
and
an
you're not
attorney,
paying your taxes.
you're not paying your taxes. Can they kick you out and be like, Pete, you want this house for like the last 2 years of taxes this dude didn't pay? And now you get like a $400,000 house for like $8 grand.
That happens. Well, it used to happen a lot more at those prices. Like I said, the tax sales. Lackawanna County has a tax sale where back maybe even 3-4 years ago, I could go to the tax sale and pick up a property maybe for like $3 grand.
I bought a plot of land for $100
See?
tax sale.
I knew a guy.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
I had a
but
guy
it was
bought a whole
$100.
house for $3,000. We put a little bit of money in it, sold it for $150,000.
Goodness gracious.
So it depends how savvy you are. And then even with the tax sales, you have to have some prior knowledge of these properties. It's not like they go, wow, okay, and the next house up, and they put it on a big screen and go, this house has this and this and that. You have to get the information on the homes that will be available at that tax sale first and do your due diligence.
You know, I want to go back to the example in terms of like the estate thing too. My family, my great grandfather was, he owned all this land, passed away in 87. None of his children wanted to do, because it's the country part of Georgia, right? But beautiful, 120 acres, beautiful. Nobody did anything from 1987 to 1993. Dad takes it over. My dad takes it over, writes everyone a letter, all the heirs to the property. This is what I'm about to do. Do you all want in? Because I don't want, of course, it's your property, so I don't want to, step on anybody's toes if anybody's not in.
That's where the drama starts.
Right? They said no.
That's where the drama starts.
They
right?
said no, Pete.
No.
They said no. Right.
That's where the drama starts. Yep.
1993. Now, mind you, they came down to the house. They purchased. My dad turned into a beef cattle farm.
Nice.
He did it for a tax write-off because he was in IT, but he did it as a tax write-off. So from 1993 to 2013, no issues. No issues at all. People would come down and do whatever. Right. One day, a cousin comes down, visits the property. He's been in there numerous times. He sees a transaction my dad has with somebody who wants to buy a couple of cows from him. Cash transaction, guys come up with a fistful of cash. They exchange, buys 2 cows. Now he's not thinking about the cash that he has now has to go back into the repairs of the equipment. He's thinking that he's pocketing the money. So now he plans a coup.
Come on.
He gets all of like my dad's aunts and uncles, people that he wrote the letter to, and says that he's taking all this cash and putting it in his pocket. We're losing out on quote unquote millions of dollars. It's not that at all. So next thing you know, we're in court. They send the people down to the property to say like you're doing everything illegal. Now, I don't know how it works in Pennsylvania, but it came to everything went to court. Luckily, my dad had every tax receipt he paid. All his ducks were in a row. So then they went into court, and the judge is like, "Well, technically you're the heirs, so you can take it, but you have to pay him back all the property taxes he paid."
Right.
Damn.
I was going to say, unless they're selling the property,
Yeah,
then it gets divvied up.
exactly.
But if it's not, call your lawyer.
Exactly.
Because now that's where the drama starts.
Wow.
That's where things get real tied up. And he, like you said, he had to come and show all his receipts for everything to get the exact value of whatever it is that they were looking for.
Exactly.
Like they felt like they were owed this money for whatever reason.
100%.
That's something your attorney
And
has
then they try to jack up the price. Well, we want 10 million. The property's worth nowhere near that. So relax.
So what is Thanksgiving like now at your house?
We haven't seen them in years.
See?
Oh, shit. Stay
That's
over
where the drama
property.
starts. Forensic files.
I'm telling
All
you.
right. So to sum it up, your
Go ahead.
property can be taken from you.
Yes, it
Without a
There's a
doubt.
whole bunch of different ways it can happen.
numerous ways.
The worst way sounds like eminent domain because it's the most forceful, but the saddest way is it can happen in a big, messy, drawn out legal battle.
Mechanic liens too. Let's say that you got all this work done to your house and you never paid the contractor in full. They could put a lien on your property.
Damn. Didn't know they had that kind of power.
Yeah.
Think
That
about that. Wow.
That too.
Wow.
So can your property be taken from you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, listen, listeners, make sure you thank you for tuning in again. Make sure you comment, subscribe, like. We will see you all next time. Now, question 7.
Here we go.
Real Estate P is going to answer for us, and I can't wait for this one. Is owning a home still the American dream? Why or why not? I'll see you all next time.
On the next episode of the 8 Question Show.
If you're starting from ground zero, let's just say your dad was, the local barber in the area, and your mom was a housekeeper, and you grew up, barely making ends meet as a child. Where do you start? You got to do something. Where do you begin? And again, this is where the communication gets lost, because like that kid that I went to, he had all the criteria to buy a home, but he had no clue how to go about it, because again, he calls the realtor. Hey, I want to buy a home. Okay, are you pre-approved? No. All right, goodbye. Click.